Okay, so I've started working as a professional designer over 6 years ago, and the first year was a complete nightmare because I wasn't focusing on the deadlines of each project, and the quality of my work was way below the expectations. Plus, I was taking half of the project that I could have taken if I just had a system in place to manage my time more efficiently. So today I want to share with you the system and apps that I currently use after 5 years of testing anything on the internet to manage every single project in my life. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Matteo, and I've been designing professional websites for clients all over the world for the past 6 years. So I spent 5 years trying more than 50 productivity apps, many different systems to manage my time and projects from all over the internet, and I actually went from having no time and project management to being able to manage every single project in my life and multiple projects at the same time. Now, before we jump straight into the first app, I want to tell you one lesson that was a game changer for my productivity. At the beginning, I was just using Notion to manage everything about any project, and it was a huge mistake because what I've learned was that I needed to find one single app for each phase of my design workflow and from each phase of my productivity system. Because it is like in business, focusing on too many skills makes you average on multiple things. Instead, if you focus on a single niche, you become an expert in the niche and you accomplish way more as a professional, also outplaying your competition much faster and much easier. And the same philosophy applies on productivity apps, because let's say that you use Notion to manage everything. Notion does everything, but it's average on every single aspect of the app. Plus, it has a lot of features and you spend too much time trying to make the perfect system on the app rather than focusing on actually doing the work and doing the project. And by the way, I use Notion in my productivity system, but I don't use it for absolutely everything. In fact, the first app that I want to show you today and I want to mention is Things3, which is my task manager of choice. I chose it because it is very simple. Because I don't work with a team, that means that I don't need collaboration features or an extremely high amount of features in the app. That's why I chose Things3, because it is extremely simple. Not a lot of features, just the basic ones for a task manager. The UI is extremely simple, so I don't need to focus on managing the app, but I can focus on managing the actual tasks that I need to do and that I need to write down. One lesson that I've learned in the past 5 years of trying many different apps is actually to write a list down of the features that an app need to have and then find the apps on the internet that have closer to zero additional features. And that single thing helped me so much in finding the perfect apps. If you don't work with a team, there's no need for you to use something like ClickUp, Asana. You don't need those big apps to manage your tasks because you focus too much on the features of the apps instead of managing your tasks. So in Things3, I manage everything from my personal life to the design projects. So I have two simple templates. One is for YouTube videos and one is for design projects, because those are projects that basically have the same task over and over. So I don't have to repeat everything and to put everything manually. I put tasks for my personal life if I have to do something in the house. I don't know, cleaning, reorganizing my desk. Well, I can keep track of everything very simply, and I can add tasks from my Apple Watch, from my computer, or from my phone. So very, very convenient. Now, the second app that I use is Obsidian, which is my personal management tool of choice, because it is, again, very simple. You can write custom CSS to build out your team, to make everything much more minimal and more clean and more modern. And it's very nice because you have bi-directional linking in your notes. It's very easy to find information. So for YouTube videos is actually super nice because I can link my scripts, I can link my book notes, whatever. But I use Obsidian just for personal knowledge management. I don't use it for anything else. I know people that use it for task management, for managing projects. But again, the app wasn't started in the first place to manage projects and to manage tasks. I don't want to use it for anything else rather than that. Plus, it keeps my structure clean and organized. So I know that in Obsidian, I'm going to find all the information that I need for a single video, design projects, if I need to find some design theory in general. I know that I go in Obsidian to find everything, all the information that I need. And for us creatives, I think that is extremely helpful because let's say that you work on a client project, you have an experience with your client, you've learned new things, you've made mistakes along the way, and let's say that you create bidirectional links for mistakes with clients. And then 5 years from now, by constantly linking this topic in the same way for each and every single client, 5 years from now, you're gonna see that you have a collection of mistakes with clients. Maybe you can write a post about it. You can write a blog post, Twitter, Instagram. You can make a video about it if you're into that. But it's gonna be extremely helpful in the long run. So give it a try, and I guarantee you that it's gonna be extremely helpful. And last but not least, I couldn't mention Notion in my productivity system because it is a beautiful app. It has a lot of features, too many features for my taste, but whatever. And I use just 1% of the features that Notion offers. That allows me to be more intentional and effective with my time. Because at the beginning, I was trying to use all the features that Notion offers just because I thought that was the right thing to do. And I was focusing too much time on trying to create the perfect system, the perfect database structure, or maybe the perfect layout. And by doing that, I was just distracting myself from working on the actual project. So I highly suggest you to do the same. Just use 1% of the features of Notion, or use Notion for one or a maximum of 2 specific things, and then try to find other apps that allows you to manage your time more efficiently. And then don't have a lot of features because we love to personalize things. So try to find apps that actually restrict your creativity and your willing to personalize things. But Notion is a beautiful app if you want to use it as an archive to create structure in your business. I use it to store invoices from clients. I use it as a portal for clients so that they can upload all their files and their assets for the projects, brand guidelines, assets, visual assets, logos, copy of the website, whatever. I use it as an archive, and then we communicate on Slack or via email. Email is a complete nightmare, but this is another video. Things3 as a task manager, and Obsidian for personal knowledge management. So I don't use Notion for anything else but structural things. Now let's talk about the system that I use to manage my projects, to always stay inspired and to always be creative and to create every single day some new designs. And the first thing that helped me so much in keeping me creative and staying updated on the latest trends was actually to implement one thing that is called passive productivity. And I don't know where I heard it the first time or who said it first, but it is a very nice way to always stay creative. It basically consists in a little shift in your habits. Instead of scrolling through Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, which is basically a waste of time in most of the cases, you just need to scroll through Pinterest, Awards, Dribble, Behance, all those sorts of apps and websites that allow you to see a lot of creative content. And if you see a design that you really like and that you think, oh, this might be helpful in the future for a client project, so you can just screenshot it, you can store it whatever you want, you can take it back later on when you actually have to create a project or a design for yourself. And it's a really nice and effortless way to stay more creative and to stay more updated on the latest trends. So I highly recommend you to implement this small and simple and easy workflow in your productivity system. Now, on managing projects, at the beginning of my career, I struggled so much with burnout and with creativity, because I was approaching projects in the wrong way. I thought that I had to start each project from the homepage, from the hero section, even though I wasn't feeling like inspired for that page or section. But when I changed my perspective on how to approach projects, it was a whole different story. I almost never start from the hero section or from the first section or from the first page, just because I want to start from the section or page that inspires me the most. If I start from the section or page that inspires me the most, I can design the design system, I can design general structure of the page, and I can then take inspiration for all the other pages from this page. It makes everything much quicker. So don't force yourself to start from the first page. No one tells you to start from the first page. It's not a good practice if you don't feel to start from the first page. Start from the one that inspires the most, that you have, that you're more confident in actually designing. So if you have 10 references for the contact page and you feel extremely confident that you can create a really nice contact page, start from there. You get more creativity, you get more pumped about the project instead of just staying 10 hours in deciding the structure and the design for the here section, because you have to start from the here section. At the end of the day, you're going to be much happier in working with clients on client projects. You're not going to feel burnt out or like you've accomplished nothing for the project. Now, if you're still listening, thank you so much for your time and attention. If you like the video, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below and tell me the apps that you use in your system to manage your design projects, and I'll see you in the next video.